Alright, this is going to be just a quick teaser, if you will. I just wanted to give you guys a shot of my lovely outdoor workshop here at one of the local parks. Got this gazebo here with this great table, and I found this thing works perfectly for shaping my bows because I can take it and clamp it to the corner, as you see. It's a really sturdy table, no movement to it at all, and that gives me a nice area for working on the limbs of my bow. These are the tools that I use. I get a lot of questions about that, so this is just an old Stanley Sureform rasp. I've had this thing for about 20 years, and then just one of your simple 4-in-1 rasps. Those are my primary shaping tools. Once I get down to the last bit of the work, then I've also got a round rasp that I use and sandpaper just to finish all this off. Got my tillering tree, just a board, notches, measurements in it, and a base, which I need to redo because it's starting to come loose and get kind of wobbly, so I've got to brace that to keep it from moving back and forth. I need to put a brace here as well as here, so that's on my list of things to do. And then my ultra high-tech bow weight measuring device, really old bathroom scale. I've got it adjusted to where when the tillering tree and the bow are on it, it gets it up to 0. And then as I pull down, I just read the weight and it tells me what my draw weight is. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, just wanted to give you guys a shot of that. I'm almost done with this bow. I'm working on getting the weight down. Right now, I'm at 60 pounds of draw weight at about 15 inches of draw length. So, got a little ways to go to get this one down to where I need it to be. You're wondering why on this limb over here I took off on these two sections first and then went into full strokes. It's because my bow was developing a bit of a hinge right here in this limb, and I wanted to weaken the rest of it and leave that part the way it was to hopefully eliminate that hinge. Just wanted to do a quick shot of this. I have not done the finish on it, but the the bow is complete. It's pulling about 50 pounds at 28 inches. For me, this is going to be about 60, maybe 65 pounds at 32 inches, which is what his draw weight is. And I just wanted to shoot this on the chronograph and show y'all. Or anything, but I just wanted to get a shot of shooting it. I'm using an arrow from the archery range here because I don't have any made yet that are 32 inches long. Just to demonstrate the shooting of this bow, and also I'm going to chronograph this arrow and show you the velocity that I'm getting off of it. 156 feet per second. Today we're out in another one of my outdoor workshops. This is the field that I typically use when I'm going to measure a slinging distance. It's about 300 yards from end to end. And today, I'm out here working on this bow. I'll just be tacking this on to some video I shot yesterday of me shooting it, but that was before I had done any finish work on it. Get it off of this red table so it stops blending in and kind of get it over here in the sunlight. So you can see what I've done to it. Painted a nice deep maroon. And I've gone through and spray painted in black, just kind of some shadowing, using saw palmetto as the pattern. Up and down, just to give it some contrast, break up the monotony of the red. On the back side, I decided not to finish it with anything other than to put a clear coat on it. Keep that in the sun. Though I did put a little pirate emblem on there because this is going to a member of the West Coast Pirates. So I put that on there for him. The only thing I've got left to do on this is once the clear coat fully dries, which is pretty close, I'm going to pad the arrow rest like I normally do, and I'm probably going to put a cord wrap on the handle. But other than that, this bow is ready to go. You see I shaped the nocks there. Just kind of smooth them down, rounded them out. The knock on the top's a little more pointed than the one on the bottom. Yeah, that's all there is to that. I just wanted to, like I said, give you all a couple more shots of that before I shipped it off. One of my regrets with the bow that I made my dad was that I did not get a lot of footage of it before I gave it to him. And unfortunately now, I do not have the option of getting any further footage of it because it is broken. Just as a lesson to all of you, if you're using a wooden longbow or any kind of bow and you're going to string it, typically you want to use a bow stringer because it gives you the best even pressure over the entire bow. But if you are doing like I do, and I'm not supposed to, but I do it anyway, where you put your knee into the bow and bend into it, make sure you put your knee here in the center of the bow and not halfway up one of the limbs, because if you do, you're putting all that stress right there in the middle of the limb and you will break it. That's what happened. So, sadly, my first bow I made is no longer with us, but that just means I get to make my dad another one. And that's probably what I'm going to get on to now that I've finished this one right here. And as promised, I am videotaping the entire process of my next bow build. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll shoot a couple of more clips of this once I have it fully assembled and before I actually ship it off to Mike. So I'll see you all in the next segment.